Yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Yes, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
You good?
Hey,
And
what's up? What's
hey,
up,
Tony,
everybody?
how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Good, how you feel?
Attack stuff. Where my pen is? Hold on. You want my pen? Go. There you go.
I'll tell you. What's up, y'all?
What's up? What's up,
Hello,
Jay?
hello.
What's
Hey,
up,
what's
Dennis?
up?
What's
What's
up?
up?
What's up?
How you feeling, Joe? Man, every day is a good day, brother.
All right, I hear that.
All right.
Stronger, man, and feeling more and more like myself. Working on my lung capacity because that's the last thing to come, kind of. Not that I'm struggling, but with a big inhale, you can still kind of feel it.
Really?
Good to be back, man. Good to be feeling more and more like myself. That's the main thing.
Hey,
I heard
Don.
that. Yeah.
Good, good.
Everybody doing?
Hey, what's up,
Good.
fellas?
Hey, hey.
What's going on?
We got Dana on today. She made some money, so she got on.
Hey, Dana.
Yeah, Dana. If Dana have a bad week, she ain't get on this Thursday call. Y'all
she be ghost.
right? She was like, I ain't got nothing to say. I know you're gonna ask me a question.
I be trying to find a drink when I lose money.
Man, I was just sitting here reading some on my phone about Workhorse. Them boys taking off, man.
I'm excited about Workhorse.
Yeah, somebody.
Yeah, I got a leap in him.
Hyliion too, man. I did a bunch of reading on
Getting
Hyliion
ready to
today.
get a leap in a workhorse also.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got a leap.
Yeah.
Doing good.
Somebody just bought 2,200. One person bought 2,200 shares, and the other one bought 75,000.
All right.
Wow.
So the person that's bought the 75,000 shares spent $9 million.
Okay.
It's
Jesus.
Workhorse?
Yeah, and the other person, they've been eating it up, man. This last week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm
I
just
gotta
checking
sell
that.
something so I can get in.
Yeah. Dana, I'm trying to read that text. What was that you got into? Later today?
DraftKings and Lowe's.
Oh, DraftKings, yeah. DraftKings, I got the same thing you got, Dana. I did
like
it at the last minute though.
I got them.
Yeah, I got out of the one when we talked about it. I got out of it, but I went back in. So I got out today and went right back in.
Yeah, good deal. Let me see.
Did DraftKings stock go up once Jordan got aboard?
Nope.
I thought he did.
I think
Nope. I thought it would, but nope.
Yeah, I think it may still do it. I think it went up because the football season started.
Oh, yeah, that's a
Yeah.
possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he made that announcement is when I got in and I was like, oh, it's going to go up. And yeah, absolutely. I think it went up it didn't even go up $1. It didn't do anything. And then, like you said, once football started, it wwent up, and now the Pac-10 that they're going to play, and it's steady rising. And they made they did some kind of business deal with ESPN, and they have something else coming out. So,
DraftKings did.
yep.
So they about that $26 a share now, right? Aren't they?
DraftKings, let me pull them up.
They're at 53.
Oh.
Yeah,
right now 52.90.
Yeah, Tony. Yeah, Tony. They took off, man. Workhorse took off. This DraftKings right here, Tony.
Okay, yeah, I'm thinking of a Workhorse. I think Workhorse is about 26. Yeah.
Yeah, Workhorse 26.
Okay,
Workhorse took off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think next week me and Dennis might hop in. Well, Dennis I'll probably get Dennis in there this week for next week. Workhorse taking off though.
Yeah.
And they just sold something. No, they didn't. That was Solar Edge Technologies. They all a buy. So you got Adobe is a buy, Solar Edge is a buy, and Workhorse is a buy. That was the big three this week. Has anybody been checking? So I'm gonna start here just to see if everybody's doing it. Hold on, let me see here. Can everybody see this? Can everybody see that screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you can see from last week to this week, DraftKings wasn't on the board, but here they go. So like, and I check this every day, guys, and you know, ladies and gents. So it be some good material out there, and like I said, like the being successful with part of that is, you know, doing your homework, right? You don't get lucky. Like you making, these are educated choices that we're making, you know, with our money. Like we're not guessing, you know, and I always say, right, if you stick to the fundamentals, you know, if a company doesn't have anything to sell to the public, you know, you probably shouldn't be investing in that company anyway. Some of the premiums get crazy. You know, I always suggest that you at least know, you know, hey, earnings report. So everybody should know that earnings season is right around the corner.
Yeah.
Volatility is going to get crazy again. You're going to have $400 and $500 premiums you're going to be getting. What I found to be interesting is, hold on. Now, is so actually RCL, I know we were all in RCL, right? Some of us was in RCL right around $40. So I kind of wanted to use today to kind of talk about having a little patience, right? We all were in these stocks when they were $35, $40, right? We all kind of got out. Nikola came, and you know, we all started chasing squirrels, you know, right off the porch. As soon as the door closed, all the kids just scattered out into the street, and Daddy say, "Stay in the yard." So what we have though is RCL, interestingly, has been trading in between, I would say, $60 and $71 for almost 2 months. What the other interesting thing is, they've been paying around a $300 premium on the put side, $332, kind of roughly to be exact, but just picking up two of those contracts, if we spread them out during the week, basically twice a month you should be able to collect $665. So you roughly at $665 times 2. And if your strategy is to collect, you know, get you $4,000 a month or $5,000 a month, then this was perfect. All of the airline stocks are kind of in the same boat. Everything's just trading sideways. They kind of came back to where they got put to us at, and then they started trading sideways. So I wanted to just share with everybody, right? Like to just have some patience, right? Because collecting money is just collecting money, right? If you're in a good company, you did your fundamental analysis, right? You shouldn't be feeling like you're in harm's way at all, and utilize the tools, right? So, like, just be honest. How many people check bar chart every day? I check it every day.
Not every day, but I check.
No.
Every other day, but not every day.
Yep. Bar chart also had an interesting article. I would say Monday. It was on the web base, so I only could email it, right? But it basically was just saying that that they basically predicted on Monday that Workhorse was gonna have a big week. And anybody that was, you know, kind of in Workhorse, I know Tony, you do have quite a bit of stock in Workhorse, right?
No, I don't have workhorse. I'm big on the Shell.
I got a leap in work. I got a
SHLL.
leap in workhorse.
Chuck, that's you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would be on
Oh,
work
that's
too.
Oh, Chuck came in.
Yeah, cause what I was gonna say is, if just be patient. I know we started out the conversation right with calls, puts, and now we got leaps, right? Just trying to bring everybody along. But you want to keep in mind that you have a ton of tools that I think we have stopped utilizing a little bit to our advantage, because we just, and if you just practice, looking at it twice a week, and you may not have to get on here every day, right? But you do want to check it twice a week, especially if you're anybody. Another thing that I presented a couple weeks ago, I have on this card kind of what I'm gonna do the next week. I mean, the following week and the following month. So we come into the end of the month, and I like to kind of use this time to like strategize, right? So I keep these index cards from month to month. I'll write down what I'm gonna do next week or what I think I want to do. Just trying to capture the moment, like when I see something. So I utilize these index cards. You can get these from Dollar Tree for 99 cents. They on sale for 99 cents at the Dollar Tree. Get you about 500 of these. But yeah, see, look at Dennis. Look at Dennis. Show him, Dennis. Tell him. See,
Oh yeah.
that's what Dennis has been buying with his premiums right there. Right there. And Dennis got enough index cards to give to a whole nation. He's got, looks like 5 or 6 packs there. Good job, Dennis.
Then I bought some stock in the company that makes them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dennis have officially showed everybody he's got 2 million index cards.
Yeah, not
All right.
dollars, index cards.
So I wanted to kind of talk about workhorse, right? For the smaller, for small accounts, right? You kind of looking to just chip away at if you could take a small account and get $800 a month off of that, that's an awesome job, right? And then if that's the goal, then your decision making should be based off of your capital. And if you just stick to the plan, you really can have some nice gains for the month. I kind of wanted to pick on Dana a little bit because Dana is actually Dana's actually been making some smart moves, right? So she's not going in the week, right? She's going out 2 months, 3 months, and it's seeming to be working for her. So I don't know if anybody else is in the 30-day premium selling or the 45-day or 60-day, but Dana, if you want to kind of elaborate on, what you've been doing and how it's been working out for you.
Basically just doing leaps on the call side, just doing leaps on companies that in reading, they either have something big coming up or announcing something. Like I said, DraftKings, I was in at 45 for, I think, November 20th. And at 45, it's already at 52. So today I closed that out. I made about $500 on that, and then I just went back in. I've had leaps in Apple. I still have I have a leap in Virgin Galactic. I own some, but I also did a leap. I have a leap in Southwest Airlines for December. And I just did Lowe's because they're starting kind of like a marketplace for entrepreneurs to get their stuff on the shelf. And so I've been watching them, and they've been on the up and up for a while. So
Yeah, that's good news.
So Dana, so you just been you're doing the leaps. I think Chuck's doing a lot of leaps too, but you're doing a leap for like, instead of a long term for a year, you're just doing like a month or 2 out and then just kind of watch it. And then once it makes the gains, just cashing out profit at that point.
Yep. Yeah,
Okay.
that's exactly what I'm doing. I'll do it farther out just to give myself some time. But I like some I've bought that I'm still holding on to. I know like Workhorse, I think that doesn't go through, their merger doesn't go through until the end of this month. And then it was Southwest Airlines, I did December because I know people are going to start flying this fall and the airlines were going up. And then DraftKings with the sports starting. So yeah, I would do them further out, but give them some time to kind of rise. And then as I see that I've made a nice little profit, then I'll close it out. And if I think it's still going to go up, I'll go back in or go into something else.
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah, Leap City.
Yep. And Chuck and I had a conversation too about your portfolio percentages. So Chuck, I think Chuck was basically just probably 90% leaps, 10% or short options. So I think Chuck said he was going to kind of switch it up and maybe swing it back the other way to collect some weekly premium instead of waiting on some of the leaps. But this is what I just pulled up here. This is basically, I just clicked on naked puts just to see what everybody else is out there kind of doing. But these are the companies that a lot of people are playing in right now. I want to say Playman, they just announced, I thought I read something where they said they might be targeting bankruptcy.
Yeah. But there's a new article out within the last couple of hours saying that, that was market chatter and they could not, they called it market chatter and they said they couldn't say that it was completely true. And now they're saying that it was a market overcorrection. So I just saw that as we were getting on. I hadn't even had a chance to read that. So I know they was threatening. Allegedly they were threatening to file bankruptcy and they're going to furlough like 1,300. They're going to let go of some of the ones that they furloughed, 1,300. But
right.
Analysts are still saying hold. The analysts are still saying hold.
Yeah.
But they need to allegedly strike a new deal because they did a short-term one, a short-term deal through November, and they said they need to come up with their investors another deal, or they were threatening potential bankruptcy.
To do the bankruptcy. Yeah, because I see that they kind of down like $4 G from when you and I were talking about on Tuesday.
Bruh, I put them on at 18.5 and it was at 19. I was good.
Yeah.
Then it fell off the cliff this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 14.
Yeah, 14
down to 13. It's back up a little bit in the aftermarket.
Yeah. One of the companies that I love though is this UAL. Like I'm still bullish on UAL. We kind of started out the gate with UAL, but UAL has been doing pretty good. Anybody got Carnival? Is Billy on?
Yeah, I'm on.
Hey, what's up, Billy?
Hey, what's up, Delos?
How you doing, man? So I know you got American Airlines, right?
Right. I'm still in American. I was able to get out of play.
You got out of play. What did you get out at your strike price?
Yep.
All right, cool. Good deal.
Yeah. So the only thing I got is American, and then I got everything else is leaps.
Okay. So with American, what's your strike price in American? Let me see if
American is I think I'm at 18.5 at American. So I still got a way.
Okay.
So I just been going out about 2 weeks out and just collecting the premiums. I think I'm in at a 15 for next week.
Okay. Let me see what it is right now.
I think it's like 13.63.
Yeah, 1363.
Yep.
Let me see what October the 2nd go benefits you any. Yeah. So if you've been going out 2 weeks, that's probably the best bet with it because it ain't enough volatility there to move the numbers.
Right.
than what they are. But yeah, you just keep collecting that, and till it comes back. Yep. So we got Sabrina on. Sabrina, welcome back. Sorry for you and your husband's loss there.
Thank y'all. I appreciate it. We really appreciate your kind words. Thank you all.
Praying for y'all. So, let me see. Let me pick on somebody. Chuck. So, on your leaps, what companies are you invested in right now, sir?
UAL, Workhorse. Heck, let me get to them.
Plug.
Yeah, Plug.
INO.
Dan. Apple.
You got INO?
No, I'm not on the leap. No.
So what is INO?
That's another. That's a electric vehicle company.
Or is that, or NIO, NIO?
He said INO.
No, INO is a pharmaceutical company. I'm sorry.
Yeah, NIO is, I think NIO is the.
NIO is the.
NIO is the car.
Yeah,
Car.
Yeah, hang on. Let me go and let me see if I can't find. I was just there. Some more. I've got quite a bit of Oh, I got Expedia, leaping Expedia.
Expedia is a good play. Dennis and I may get back into that. Expedia is basically it's at a discount. So I made that analogy where I say if we all walked in the store and saw a polo shirt on the rack for $5, we can relate that that's a sale, right? So we would have to as time goes on, you'll notice that some of these companies are at a value. Basically, and I asked who you was in. I only asked who you were engaged with because I just wanted to see out of the ones you have, like any of the ones that that I may be interested in. But
It'll play on here, man.
Somebody need to block their phone, mute their phone.
Right.
I think that's Billy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to mute.
Oh, and then I got AZN and Delta.
Delta?
Yep.
You said AZN?
Yep, AZN, which is a pharmaceutical. That's that Astria Tech. Delta, and then I got Dana, which is Dana Inc. DAN.
DAN? Yep, and I want to stack rank yours against Sabrina's.
Yep. You want me to say what I'm in?
Yeah.
So to piggyback on what people were saying about the leaps, I told you about this early, Delos. I think before everything happened with our family, I did a leap at the beginning of the month for Shell, and I put it at an expiration of the October 16th because I think at that point they were monthly. They didn't have the weeklies. And between the two that I did with that, I think I told you I pocketed 450 or 500. I can't remember. I had to look when I sold it like a week. Well, not even a week later. It was like 3 days later. It's like a Friday to a Tuesday. So we it went up and we closed it out. And I talked to you about buying back in, but I was waiting for it to go down before I bought back in on that. So with the verticals that I've been doing in terms of the spreads, I'm in Amazon, Apple. I closed out of Tesla today because I had to roll it over because, tech stocks were hit hard. So I was rolling them over last week, but I was able to close that one out today. And I think I gave them back like $40. I was in Google, and Now I should get out of Now this week because Now is above our strike price. So we're not in the money on that one. So I expect to close that out without giving them anything on Friday, tomorrow.
Okay.
And anybody else? I think that was everybody.
That was everybody?
Tesla, I got out today of Tesla. I got Tesla up above where we were, and I closed that one out.
Right. So the interesting thing between Dana and Chuck, right? And when I tell you that starting out, right, we all just learned about what a call was and what a put was and how they work and how they change prices and all of that. Chuck is in UAL, Workhorse, Plug, INO, Dan, Apple, Expedia, Delta, and AZN. Sabrina, who came in under Chuck, basically, and Gerald and Aunt Jeanette, he is in SHLL, Amazon, Apple, Tesla, Google, and Now. ServiceNow is an application where I actually have it. I should just show it. I'll show ServiceNow. Now it's pretty awesome too. But you just see the difference of the mindsets, right? Like Chuck is in the leaps and his companies are a little bit more diverse. Sabrina's companies are high flyers, but because she's doing her strategy is different, she's able to get involved in those big companies that move a ton. Like everything she named outside of Shield, basically, it moves a whole lot from day to day. So there's a strategic difference just in between the two individuals. And if you ask Dennis what he was engaged in, it'd be different than Chuck. And so that's pretty much the benefit of having this call, right? We get to spread that around because I wouldn't have known about Shield nor Nikola probably if I wasn't on the call because I wouldn't have been looking at it. But I had to think.
I got a question.
Uh-huh.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
This is for the different strategies that we've been over today, like Dana. Dana's doing the leaps, but she's not opening up the calendar so much. And it sounds like she's found her niche, her fastball. Chuck, I want to ask you now that you've been doing the leaps, because I hadn't even shared what I've been doing, but I'll go ahead and give y'all a peek. My money's tied up in leaps. And I'll tell you my view after I pose this question to Sabrina and Dana. So we got you, Dana, and it sounds like you good. Chuck, I want to ask you with your leaps for the last, I don't know, month and a half or however long you've been putting them out there and using that strategy. How do you feel about it? Is it something you're going to stay with? Or I heard Delos say something earlier about you was looking to get back to the original way. Sabrina, are you in your niche? Is this your fastball, you think? Is this going to be 80% of your trading strategy now? And, you know, little things on the side. How do you guys feel about what you've been doing?
Well, I can go ahead.
Well, you can go ladies first.
Okay, so to answer your last question first, I feel great about what I'm doing, honestly. Not that I have a small account, but I don't have a large account by any means. But what this strategy is allowing Brian and I to do right now is to build our capital. We're leveraging a percentage of our capital to get larger returns, right? So that was what I presented when I shared that before, was the return on capital. I don't intend to abandon what we learned initially or what I'm learning here in terms of the leaps, because like I said, in the case of the shell, I did a leap. It was a modified leap, if you will, meaning it wasn't a year out. It was only a month or so out, and that was beneficial for me. So when I see those areas that make sense to do that, it's a combination. I do think the verticals the spreads, if you will remain a part of our strategy long-term, but maybe a 60% threshold or something like that once we grow to a certain amount. And we'll look at incorporating the leaps and basically the naked puts or calls.
Well, for me, you know, I like what I'm doing with the leaps. You know, I've actually cashed in a couple of leaps, but I've seen that I want to make sure that it's balanced now, because I'm heavy on leaps, and I have a few, and I still have contracts out here. I still contracts out, but I want to be able to not get so heavy on leaps, and then basically whenever the market allows. Like I was listening to a YouTube video today that she was talking about. You got to be able to, whatever the market is, be able to pull out your tools versus for that particular sector in the market. And I want to be able to use all these different strategies based on what the market is and how the market's running and trending. So for me personally, I'm going to stay where I'm at with, but downsize and turn in some of those leaps, like the ones that maybe that aren't quite as productive. I know Workhorse right now was close to $1,000 for me, but I think it dropped down for me since it dropped down. But if it gets back to 1,000, I'm going to turn it in. And then, you know, with UAL, it's doing pretty good. It's moving a little slow, but I just got to figure out which ones I want to keep and which ones to turn in and get back to the basics again. So, but I feel good where I'm at. You know, I've slowed up some as far as the game, but you know, all in all, I'm still gaining while I'm still sitting here with the leap. So it's just a different type of game.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of pretty much where Chucky is. The leaps have been working for me. And I do have most of my money tied up in leap. And then the two that I own outright, Virgin Galactic, which I'm going to hold on to, and then Tesla, that I'll probably sell because it's just up and down, but I'll figure that out. But I do want to get back into, I'll still do leaps, but I am going to go back to doing puts just to beef up my money. That works, and there's some really good premiums out there I want to take advantage of. But the leaps definitely work for me.
Okay.
But I like the leaps. I just now getting into them, and like I got Workhorse, I got 2 in Shell, and I thought about cashing out on Workhorse, but I think I want to hold on to it, see how they do with the merger. And then Shell, I'm waiting on the merger the 28th or whatever to see how they doing. I got like a 30 in Shell, and I got an 18 in Workhorse. So I've been, I'm liking the leaps. I'm just kind of holding out on those to see what happens. I also have Apple, and that's to January 15th, 21. So just kind of holding them, but I do like the leaps, but yeah, I plan on going back and doing some puts too.
Okay. Well, with us, actually in our original account, somehow we got flipped over. So we're heavy leaps.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's because initially the leaps were really moving, and now they're stagnant. At least some of the companies we're involved in, Plug,
Novavax.
Well, you got a leap in that with the other account?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyway, so what I'm seeing, Chuck mentioned the word for me. It's the balance word. I think we need to incorporate balance. And now that I've done the naked puts, initially that's how we started off, and now we incorporated the leaps. I think that I'm going to flip it back to the naked puts and then focus, do deep dives on companies like a Shield, maybe go heavy in a Shield and a Workhorse that I know are going to blow up, and then just pull back on some of the other things out here that are, consuming some of the capital at this point, because I want to get back more top heavy with what we started off with. That's what I'm considering my fastball, the naked puts.
And Delos, I want to get your opinion, because my account that I have, I rolled my old IRA over into a TD Ameritrade IRA. So I'm heavy in leaps because it's, it's a long-term game for me since it is an IRA. But I'm still thinking though that I need to be a little more balanced also to initially gain more capital.
Yeah. And so what I was gonna go back and hold on, I don't want to miss anybody on this call here. So Keith, are you after Keith go, then Tony, you can grab the conversation to kind of share with everybody what you got going on. But Keith, you go ahead.
I'm about mostly in leaps, kind of what Chucky and Dana now I'm doing. But I do putts, trying to do everything, you know what I'm saying? I think what I give praise to is Delos is you, by bringing us on how you do. So when I talk to people about stock, you gave us the tools. So, you know what I'm saying? Like Gerald said, it's the fastball for his the leap, for his the naked putts. But like Chucky was saying, being able to let the market dictate on what strategy that you use, so you can sit back and, you know what I'm saying, use all the tools that you gave us. So right now, I'm trying to pull up what I do have.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna write that down too.
Get a long piece of paper, Delos. It'll be a minute.
First of all, you need to go get that drink and move away from the camera. It's I got a leap in Apple. I got a which is killing me, but I'm not worried because like
and I talked about being patient when we first got on the call. Just give it time.
Yeah,
Right.
And that's part of it. You know, a lot of people yell Apple going up and down, and I kind of sit back and drink my Thai and wait, because you know what I'm saying. I'm in January, February, so you know I thought yesterday by Apple talking about their iPad was gonna bring a little bit, but I'm not tripping off of that either.
Yeah, it'll come back.
Yeah, it'll come back, so I'm cool on that. I got AXTA, which I just kind of grabbed that off thing. It's a coding system, and I was looking at CNBC and kind of the guy mentioned that you know how those announcements come up, so they follow the money is kind of what I believe in. That book that you gave me, I definitely believe in following the money. So I kind of looked and saw where it was at, and I just got a strike on that, and it's been working out for me. AZN, I'm in.
Okay.
Ford, I got to like next year for which today they did. Yeah, I got a leap in Ford for January. They did something with somebody today. I forgot what Ford did, but they rose up. They signed a new truck. They announced a new truck, new Ford truck, whatever.
Did they?
Yeah,
they have their new electric truck.
Ford?
Yeah, and they in bed with Rivian, and Rivian is in bed with Amazon, but Rivian don't trade on the open market just yet. So just keep that out there, Tony. Probably put you on that job, Tony, because I know you already knee deep into that conversation. But Rivian is who Amazon used to order to make 100,000 new vehicles. So.
That car, did you put that link in the chat that time? Was that a Rivian?
That's a Rivian. That was a that was a Rivian, yes.
Yeah.
That thing was tight.
Yeah. Yep. So you got Ford, AZN, TA, Apple.
Apple, Ford, INTC, Intel.
INTC, okay.
Intel, LCA.
LCA.
LUV Southwest.
LUV Southwest, yep.
Pens.
What is that?
Pens, that's
Pens.
you know Pinterest, when you go up on the internet and you
Pinterest. Oh, okay. All right.
I got Plug.
Okay.
Dabbling in Rocket.
Okay.
Shell, of course.
Yeah.
Virgin Space, Virgin Galactic.
Yep.
I know that's Tesla, and I got Workhorse.
Okay.
And then I got some puts in Workhorse also.
Okay. All right. Sound like you busy, as you should be.
True that.
Yeah. You got a well-rounded portfolio there, Keith.
True that thing.
So Tony, because when I go through everybody, I'm gonna answer Jeanette's question, and then I'm gonna show y'all a secret. All right. Tony, you got the floor, man.
Like I said, one thing, all of my money's tied up right now in Shell. That's my company that I'm believing in, and waiting for the merger here on the 28th here. But yeah, I've got a leap with them, and like I said, all my money's in there with them. And I've got just bought some shares of Apple.
Apple, okay.
Split. So I've got Apple, and just gonna hold on to those.
Yep.
But like I said, just waiting on Shell. Like I said, I've got the leap, and I've got several strike. I think I got like 6 strike points in the leap, 5 contracts each. So
okay.
You know, so I just got the leap, and then kind of like everybody else, I want to get back into the the puts, selling the puts and stuff eventually, doing that. And probably, look at the day trading. I did the day trading before and with Ford and GE. So I kind of had a little bit more. And, I had some positive stuff with that and a negative, but want to do the day trading a little bit also. So.
Okay.
Tony, you may mess around and break 6 figures when the merger happened on Shield, brother.
Well, right now I'm about 60,000 right now if I cashed in. So if it goes up at what is it, 48? I think it's at $48. So before the merger, if it can get up to 50 or 60 before the merger, and they're saying $80 to $90. So yeah, so if it gets that high,
89.
Yeah. So like
Tony,
I'm
early, baby. Christmas early.
Tony, dinner definitely on you in Vegas, man.
Yeah, we're gonna be getting a loan from Tony.
So
Yeah.
So I'm keeping track on them and hopefully things will work out. But yeah, I'm all in with them. So
Okay. So and Jeanette, hopefully this will answer part of your question. And I thank everybody for participating in that because this is huge. So I only trade 4 companies and I have been for the last 2 or 3 months. And I tell you why I only stick to those 4 companies, no matter what's going on, is when you have a whole bunch of companies and you have a whole bunch of things you have to follow and watch, you tend to lose track of it. And when you lose track of it, you miss things that you should be catching. So when you have too many companies, you're all over the place. And so as you grow though, and like I tell you this, and I've said this more than once, once I knew you all had the basics and you all everybody can log in themselves, everybody can identify how to get to the options page, everybody know what things cost, everybody know what they personally have financially that they were able to invest. Then you can kind of let that, you can stop holding hands, right? Everybody went their own way. And I only stick to 4 companies and I'll put out there this, right? So in those 4 companies, because it's so easy for me to grasp when I hear a headline or when I see something, I was able to go into RCL this month twice. I could have went in for a 3rd time, but I went into BA twice. I could have went into that for a 3rd time. And when I say was into it twice, that means collect 2 premiums. That means I could have collected a 3rd premium. But when you have, I think Keith is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 companies. That's 13 news flashes. If Keith missed half of those, that could be bad for him. And I think Tony was next with Just Shield, Apple. And I want to say something about Ford, right? Buying leaps in Ford, that's probably a bad idea, and I'll tell you why. Ford does not move enough for that leap to ever do anything, right? That's just dead money. That's money. If you can get out of that for what you got into it, it's you do it. But I get Tony, Keith, sorry, why you did it, because they was announcing news. And some news motivates the price for certain companies, but there's so many shares of Ford on the market that you won't even see it. It won't even, there's no movement. It's kind of crazy. It's really unfortunate. Ford pays a dividend, and that's the benefit to owning those shares. Without Ford paying a dividend, it'll be a $3 or $4 stock. Nobody will want it. So you want to, and again, anybody that's doing leaps, right? When you go in and grab that leap, you want to go in and grab that leap on a down day. Like today, what was Apple?
110.
I think it's 106.
It's like 109, 110 today.
Right. So 110. So Apple's down $1.79. Apple was at 115 just yesterday. So in the course of the 2-day period, Apple's really down like $5 or $6, to tell you the truth. Apple, after the split, Apple was at 128. How many people bought it at 128?
I bought it at 127.
127. So but when I talk about don't outsmart yourself, there's no need to panic and sell this stock because it's down $17 from when you bought it. Small thing to a giant. The volatility, and so I'm gonna say this again, when you looking at these charts, the volume, look at the volume in Apple. There's no need to ever run away from Apple. Boeing, I talked to you all about the Dow components. Out of the 10,000 plus stocks, the Dow chose 30 of those stocks, right? These are heavyweights. The Dow components or Dow components because those companies over time go up. A lot of those companies are real volatile. You don't have to really worry about, bad news really affecting the price a whole lot. It will, like anything else, but the Dow components are pretty safe because they have to meet so much stringent criteria to even be a Dow stock. That's why it's pretty much a safe bet. So when I look at stocks like, I guess, AZN, I'm not really familiar with that. I know Chuck is liking Dan, D-A-N. I guess INO, I don't know about them. See, pharmaceutical companies, right, really, they typically go up if they come out with some new high blood pressure pill or, I guess everybody is kind of in a race for COVID vaccine. That type of news may drive the price, but other than that, pharmaceuticals are pretty much a foreign turf to me. But like I said, it's good that we all are into all these different things because we can share what we know about them. You know what I mean? Like I would be the first one to tell you, I don't know about every company that's out there, but I will tell you this. I know the story behind the 4 that I'm in. I will say that. But I don't know about all the companies. Like I appreciate Tony bringing the electric vehicle conversation to the table. There are family members that have made quite a bit of money off Nikola in the early stages. There's some family members that may at the end missed the news flash and kind of got some dollars trapped, in a leap in some sort. But over time, these things they'll come and go. Some come and they stay. Some come and they go. And that's why if you do your fundamental analysis, right, you kind of end up falling in the stocks that come and stay, not the ones that come and go. So I only wanted to do that little exercise just to say, hey, you can have 40 companies or you could have 4. The result, if you follow in the process, should be the same. So you can be investing in 50 companies, and you can have somebody just investing in 2 or 3, and you still make the same profit. The difference is the 2 or 3 are just easier to manage. Where 50 would be like doing homework, like you got like sitting in front of the laptop trying to go through all the numbers, week after week could be a task. But it's not forbidden, right? I'm not saying that that's wrong. There's no wrong answer here. I was just giving out an opinion. So now to answer Jeanette's question, is balance for me would be 25% leaps and 75% premium getting every week or bi-weekly or monthly, depending on the premium. Like Boeing right now, say you wanted to start October off fresh, right? You're gonna do some reconciling and free up some funds and move some things around, and you want a fresh start, right? Basically, you can come to Boeing right now, and so The week of 18th is you know, you don't have to worry about that. We say let's go to October the 2nd. The stock is down. Boeing, hold on, this is not even Boeing. I'm all. I need some of what Keith got in that cup. All right, so we're gonna go out. We're gonna take Boeing here, and we want a fresh start, right? We're gonna consolidate some of these companies we don't really know nothing about. Take that capital and go somewhere we kind of know a little bit about, right? So we're gonna jump down here to Boeing, October the 2nd. Now, I have Boeing at 175. I got Boeing at 177. I think I got Boeing. I know I got one at 180. So does Dennis. Dennis has it at 170. I know. Dennis, what you get?
I got 170.
177. Okay. So knowing that I have it at 177, does anybody think that I would not feel comfortable coming in here and getting this $1,100 at the 175 strike? I already own the stock at 177. Why wouldn't I want to come down here and get this $1,100 or the 995, or for that instance, get the $700? Because I want to what I want to do is I got all these little companies, right? And I'm getting $40 here, $30 here. Well, I can just have one company and get $700.
Right.
And we all know what those companies are. Apple is another one. Boeing is one, right? And it's so volatile. And when I tell you, when we talk about volatility, right? Look at these numbers. So when I tell you volume is how many contracts went in and out of that strike price today, right? That's not a monthly. That's 11,900. And we're going to go right here. Say we're going to take the 167 strike. 11,940 contracts went left and right at that strike price today. There are 3,382 contracts still remaining open, meaning there was a lot of activity. There was a lot of people who probably closed out of a deal. There was a lot of people who probably bought, who probably sold into a deal. But these are high numbers, right? 27,000, 27,000 enters and exits on this stock. So when you look at volume is how many contracts changed hands this particular day, not past. This ain't past Friday's number. That number happened today, and if you look at it tomorrow, it'll be different. This is how many contracts remained at the 170 strike, and this is on both sides, right? So this is on the. Let me open this up. This is also on the put side, same thing. And when I talk about using bar chart to your advantage, bar chart offers up this same type of information where it tells you. And Keith, you spoke about it, and it's called following the smart money. And so what happens is, you have all the tools that you need to make that decision, but guess what? 10 out of 10 times, if you let this number right here drive you, that's perfectly fine. Like I said, there's no wrong here, right? But have patience if it moves against you. Like don't just, oh, I'm out. If it goes down, there's no need to go out, right? You can still collect money on both sides. There's no need to run from collecting money. And I hear a lot of times people may be hesitant, like, oh man, I don't know about this. Well, I'm collecting money, but check this out, right? This is the beauty of jumping down a couple weeks, right? If you collect $900, can anybody tell me what their cost basis will be at the 177 strike? Anybody?
I don't know what you're looking at. What are you looking at? I'm sorry.
Okay, so at the 177 strike, and I grab this 9.60. We all know that's at 100, so that's $960.
Mm-hmm.
If I did this transaction right here, what will be my new cost basis for the strike for the new stock price?
17,000 minus the 900, so 16.
Yep. So I'm gonna do it a number. 17.
11.6, 11.1 or something like that. I think
Yep.
11.50.
Right. It's actually, so if I was paid $960, minus the 177.5. So if you deduct this number from this number, your new cost basis is 167.9 strike price. So basically the stock, if you trade the stock above 167, you're a winner. It has to go below 167 before you lose a positive dime. And I think if you know what your cost basis is, you wouldn't be too scared to go out. Like, you don't have to crowd yourself up, right? Like, so we'll do, this is the 18th. Wow, this number is going to be higher as I go down the screen. All right, October the 2nd, and that's why. It's 13. If you just go out a week and grab $1,300, right? Then all you do is now at that point, deduct the 13.15 from the 177.5, and that's what the stock has to drop below before you ever lose a dime. And say it gets put to you at the 177, right? Whoop-de-doo. You go down here the very next week. Let me go to October 9th. You go out here the next week, and you throw it back out here and collect you. These numbers will change, right? We all know that these numbers will change. But you can come out here and you can collect you at least $300 or $400 more, right? And the name of the game is to just collect the money. You don't have to outsmart yourself. And all companies don't have this type of volatility, so the premiums are not the same. The premiums are a little bit cheaper. Like when you talk about Billy, American Airlines and a CCL, you know, if you got 10 contracts in CCL and you're only collecting, you know, $10 for them, could you now look at this and go, well, shit, I could have took all of that and just bought one contract with this and made more. Like that's what I'm trying to do, is just provide a visual of how you can gain and on your leaps, right? So we already know, I know if I'm buying a leap, it's going to be an Apple, because I already know that those are things that I know are going to happen. Like those are companies, I mean, they're at a $2 trillion
market cap.
Thanks, Sabrina. They're at a $2 trillion market cap. They are cash heavy. And all it would take is for them to announce that they're going to do something with Tesla, or anybody, really, any joint venture with Apple is going to be good for whoever and Apple. But I just wanted to give you all that visual, right? To just say, hey, you know, if you get back to the basics, you'll start seeing some of those early on results. When you know, I wouldn't buy a leap in Ford, right? Ford, there's no movement in Ford for me to buy a leap in Ford. I mean, and like I said, Keith, I truly understand why you did it, because the news, Keith, in a perfect world, the news of the new truck should have drove the price, but it didn't. It just stayed stagnant, and until we're out the woods with COVID completely, it's gonna kind of be hard to kind of dictate the why some of these prices don't move on good news, because the announcement of that truck should have drove that price, just like the news of football starting up drove the DraftKings price completely up through the ceiling. And with the commercial ads of the Black Lives Matter and all the other stuff that DraftKings are going to have to incorporate, you best believe that price is going to go north of $60, and it's going to go, it won't be probably another week or so. We'll be on this call next week, it'll be over $60. I'm almost imagining. And so I hope that everybody is utilizing the power rankings, right off of TD Ameritrade, right? They have all those awesome tools, those screeners. Like, everybody, look at some of the peer groups, right? And look at the pricing from peer to peer. Like, so to speak, I'll give you a peer for Boeing, right? So you look at this Boeing price, and it's 167. You look at the 52-week high, it was over $350 some. And then you look at a Lockheed Martin, and you go, okay, why is Lockheed Martin still, you know what, Lockheed Martin at $395? I hope there's not anybody on this call that don't think Boeing is going right back there. As soon as they get this 737 MAX jet in the air again, stock is going to be over $200. That's the news that Keith thought was going to happen with Ford. You know, so I would just say, hey, a 50-50 split or 75-25 split, or 25% leaps, 75%. I need to strategize and pick and choose my weeks a little bit more carefully, understand what your cost basis is so that you don't have to panic. Because like as soon as the stock goes down $8, you was like, oh, I'm getting out at a loss. Well, you didn't have to do that because you were already up before that happened, and now it goes down $4 and you're like, oh, well, I'm gonna take my loss. Well, unbeknownst to you, you still didn't get out at a loss. You just thought you lost. You still gained because of the money that you were giving up front. So as an example, if I take this right here, we'll just say, let's go back to Boeing, or we can do Disney or any other ones. But just say as an example, I collected this 1350. Matter of fact, let's go back up here so we can do the same number I already calculated. So at the 177 strike, if I collected $960 and say the stock moved down to 172 and I got out, I still gained $500. You got out because you thought you were losing money. I stayed in because I knew what my cost basis was. And if you don't know what your cost basis is, you're hopping out the window on the highway for absolutely no reason. Like somebody told you the car didn't have brakes, but it does. It's just that the speed limit is still 60 miles an hour. So until we park, you wouldn't have known, or until we have to slow down. But there's no need to hop out the window on the highway. Like there's no need to panic. There's no need to rush. There is reason to do your homework and strategize and go, hey, does this make sense? I can hop down a week, right? If I keep playing this game here, I'll get this $200 or this $150 here. I can just go out a little ways and get, some real nice meat on the bone with anticipation of if you know what the earnings report is, what the 52-week high is, how important is the company you're investing in to America? Like, do you use it? Basically, DraftKings in the NFL and the NBA and Major League Baseball, I mean, they're definitely in bed with each other. And Dana, that's why I told you when you text me that I liked it so much. I really liked it. I really liked the trade. And I saw the maturity because Dana wasn't asking me, should she go in the money, by $25? And you know what I mean? She had a plan. Like she texted me a plan, and that was a well thought out plan. And I was like, see, that's why I like getting on the call on Thursday, because you can see the maturity happens. Did Dana make some mistakes up front? Absolutely, she did. Was that to be expected? Absolutely. You know why? Because as soon as the parents leave the porch, the kids are gonna go out into the yard. It's just gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So if everybody just get back to your basics, you'll start seeing some of that fundamental money come back into the fold. You can do 2 or 3 leaps in Apple, right? 5 leaps in Apple. Go out far enough. But keep some of your premium money coming in too. And I showed everybody something, and I'm pretty sure everybody forgot. But let me show you once again. And let me go to a screen. Can everybody see this?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. Let me do this.
Yep.
All right. So as an example, and we'll go to, let me see, one of the companies that everybody had. Let's do Shield. Let's do that. A lot of people got that. All right. Uh-oh. Mr. L. Come on. Come on. My daughter done had this computer.
So you ain't excited about seeing me.
You
Doing
know,
the light.
I'm on my call.
This video call? Huh?
Our weekly call.
Ryan coming there like he the police.
Right? What you doing? What you doing?
What are you doing? Where you get that video game from? All right. So remember, I'm just gonna say it. I ain't gonna ask you if you remember. Who cares if you remember or not? But show you this one more time. So we talk about a pro move, a professional move is where you come in and you sell enough of the strike prices to get the premium and utilize that premium to purchase your leap. So that you're not, so like when you talk about being premium heavy or leap heavy, you don't have to use your own money to buy the leap. You can use the money from the premiums that you're gaining to buy the leap or add additional leaps to a already, position that you already have, an existing position. So like in any case, right, you come in here, you say, hey, instead of buying the leap, you may care if you own the shares or not. Like some people want to own Shield. I think Tony is, one of those individuals. He don't care if he owns the shares or not. But if he sold enough to gain enough premiums, and let's just say he went and bought a leap, how do I get, let me see. We'll just go out to April 26th. Come on. Okay, here we go. We're just gonna go 211 days out. 211 days out. So the price is down, right? So Shield is down. We want to come in at this 50 strike. At this 50 strike is gonna cost us $15.60 to buy the leap. But if we sold enough of the puts, then even if you don't sell the specific quantity, even if you took $700 and went and bought the leap, at least let the premiums that you collect allow you to buy some of the leaps as well. Like don't, utilize the premiums that you get to purchase some of your leaps. And that's what a lot of professional guys do. They just take all the money they get from the premiums and then they load up on leaps. And that way they trap the price. I know we talked about that a week ago. Basically, now when I talk about trapping the price, because and we can see here, it's October, we do the 2nd, trapping the price. So because you did this, you did the 120, the 47.5 strike price at the 120, or if you moved up, say you want to bag up a little bit, you just want to do the 47 strike. Basically, what you're gonna do is you're basically saying, hey, I think the stock's gonna go up. So this is a bullish move because basically you don't want the stock price to drop below 47. And when you buy it and when you sell a put in this format, you're basically saying, I believe that the stock will be above $47 at this date. But when I go buy a leap, I'm also bullish because I want the stock to run up past me. I'm also saying that the stock is going to be above $50 by up here, April 16th, 2021. So it's a bullish bet. Does everybody understand that? Like using your premium to kind of help purchase some of your leaps. And even if you don't utilize, the same, so say we did a couple Boeing puts, collected, $1,000 or whatever, and then we wanted to go to another company and use that money to purchase a leap. That's perfectly fine. But understand when you buy the leap, please don't buy a leap on the day that the stock done rose $8. because it's already forward on you. You want to buy that leap on the day that it's down, you know, $9. But a good company though. Let me see it. I know I gotta cut this light on. So to answer your question, Jeanette, I would probably be 25% leap, 75% premium gathering.
Yep, I'm reordering some things this week.
Yeah, and just give yourself time. I mean, these are things that over time you'll kind of just go, you know, to go into the flow. Things just come back, right? Because I remember there was a time everybody had Boeing at 140. And then it was like, me and Uncle Gerald was like, man, I can't wait till this thing close out. and that just come from, I think Gerald was maybe 3 months in. He was scared as hell, as he should be, I never once was like, man, don't you do that. I did offer a little bit of advice. I'm not gonna ever let anybody make a bad move, but him getting out wasn't gonna be detrimental to him. If him getting out was gonna be detrimental, I'd have put the brakes all in front of him. I wouldn't have let him do that to himself. And just like I'll, you know, I told Dana back when she had RCL, Dana was looking for the exit door. She I was like, Dana's gonna come back. She was like, I'm out of here. Dana didn't get on the call. Dana wasn't return the phone call. She wasn't doing nothing. She was done with RCL and she wanted out of there. And
you know what else? What's funny about some of this early on is if you get, let's just say, stuck on the call side, and it could be a good company, and you finally come up out of there and you're able to breathe, it will make you gunshot.
Yes.
You be like,
Yeah.
I love that company, but man, I don't want to experience that no more.
Yeah. And I get it. And I guess,
That whole standing on the sideline sucks.
Yeah, it's no fun.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Yep, and I knew I said Dana out of there, but I forget. I think I talked to I don't know if it was Gerald or Chuck, but one of them said, "Man, Dana gone." I knew it. I say, but I told Dana this. I said I pick on Dana because actually I like her style, and the reason why I talk about Dana a lot is because I used to be Dana. I was all over the place. I was driving in oncoming traffic, bro. I was losing my. Hey, Gerald. Hey, one time I hit the damn button and had lost. I don't even know how I lost the money. I lost the money before the damn order field. I was like, damn. I'm telling you, I was messed up, man. I was like, damn, how did this happen? Then I was on the phone for like, damn, it felt like a day and a half trying to, like, hey, man, I done hit the wrong button. He was like, yeah, you did. And I'm like, oh, Jesus. And that was the money that my wife gave me for my little tax return. I couldn't even go tell her, like, damn, you lost that too? I just gave it to you. It just cleared. Like, they just texted me and told me it cleared and that shit gone already. Be better off putting this shit in the yard. Put it in the Ziploc bag and bury it. Because you don't know what the hell you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was all over the place, man. So I get it, Dana. I just like if you ever text me and say, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. If it is bad, I'll tell you. If it's good, I'll tell you that too. But I like to just see everybody, you know, asking questions.
I gotta learn to wait on the answer, like today.
Yeah. Before I could even get back with her, she texted me back. She was like, "Never mind, I already did this." I was like, "Oh, okay." Yeah, I was at the dentist, Dan. I couldn't even. I ain't have my phone with me.
You're fine. I keep telling you, I'm working on that patience thing. I'm working.
Hey, Danny, you know, it's one of those things where, like, once you get in your little groove, you'll start feeling it. This conversation 2 years from now gonna be way different. Y'all gonna look back and be like, damn, I was in that, I got out of that already. And then you just be like me. Dennis do that to me sometime. He say, hey man, He say, man, the price right up on us. I go, hey man, it's just Wednesday, bro. Like we gotta sit back and it could be $3 below us on Friday.
Yeah, yeah.
I was buying shit back as fast as I was selling it. I think I bought it and sold it at the same time on one order. The damn computer got stuck. The computer didn't even know what I was damn trying to do. The computer was like, what the? Not sure what you trying to do here, but no.
Yeah. I did. And they put it in settled cash. I was like, what the hell? Give me my money.
Yeah.
But Delos,
Uh-huh.
you also had to bring it to my attention that, look, man, in 6 weeks, you done already collected $4,000 in premiums. So why are you worried about that?
Yeah. If they call it, call it.
I mean, you
Yeah.
yeah.
It's one of those things where you know, early on, man, I was just like everybody in this car. I know I called Gerald, you know, he had, I think he had Jeanette have her finger over the button. Like as soon as Delos answered his phone, hit enter. Bam. We out of here. They didn't want, boy, I think Tony, you was in Boyne too.
Boyne, RCL, yeah.
Roku.
Boy, I know y'all wish y'all
Yeah,
had
Roku.
that back.
Yeah, Roku.
Yeah, look at hey, me and Dennis was in Roku for damn near 7 months, and then as soon as we get out of it, it just took off.
Yeah.
And we all should kick ourselves in the butt, right? Now, one person on this, and I got everything wrote down here. Now, one person said they was in Zoom, and we saw what happened.
Yeah. No.
Nobody.
Right. So we, like I said, you might want to level set, refocus, and go, okay, let's go out to dinner. Let's talk things through. Let's strategize. Let's get out the house, get some fresh air. You know what I mean? And just re-strategize and go, hey, because there's some good premium out there. You know, we stagger like you can stagger them, right? You don't have to do everything this week. And like I said, I was so proud of Dana when she told me she was doing something that was in November. I said, damn, God is good. God is good. And I Dana, you gonna be okay. Yeah, I like Dana. Dana cool.
Don't speak too soon because it's in November, but you know I'll be out of it in like next week.
Yeah. Right.
Good money and gold.
Right. Yep. Dana one of them people that get baptized and go straight to the club. She still got her robe on.
Good time, but okay. Good time.
Yeah, she get in free.
God.
The girl with the robe get in free.
That's okay though. I scheduled my next baptism after the club.
Yeah,
Yes, Lord. That is so true. I gotta go pick the youngin' up from work. Does anybody have any questions?
I do real quick.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. This is Vegas. What hotels are near Bally's?
Flamingo is where I'm. Me and Dennis stand at the Flamingo. Is right next door.
Okay.
It's the Links. So there's a hotel. It's next. It's the Links and the Flamingo are side by side.
Got you. Okay.
Yep. So we stand at the Flamingo because that Links walkway, for anybody that haven't been down there in a while, that Links walkway has over 50 or 60 something restaurants. It's like a to-do. That's where the Ferris wheel is.
Mm-hmm.
But the Flamingo is nice. They kind of revamped it. They got real nice amenities. And we got a sidewalk room, like they call it a street view. So since it was, Corona cheap, we just got that.
Did something happen with like Paris Bally's? Because I haven't been on the calls for a while. Did something happen? Oh, okay. I was just asking.
Because I know, Sabrina, that's where you and Brian stand at.
Well, that's where I had the reservation and I canceled it, after we were rescheduling. So I haven't updated the reservation yet.
Okay. Yeah, I did mine. I did the whole flight and everything because.
Yeah, we still have the airline. I already have our airline tickets. We changed those for November, but I didn't rebook a room.
The room, yeah. Because we were going to stay. Flamingo has real nice amenities. They got, and like I said, the boardwalk in between the Links and the Flamingo, it's like it's so many restaurant, bars, and just stuff to do right outside the hotel door. You don't even have to cross any main streets or anything. It's kind of like a side door, and it's kind of like it kind of looks like, if you ever been downtown on Fremont, it kind of looks like a newer version of that, but it's right next to the Flamingo. It's in between the Lynx, Paris, and Flamingo. They all right there together.
Okay.
Yep. Somebody else had a question.
I do. What's the play on Tesla? What are your projections on Tesla for the price?
Right now, I think Tesla is grossly overpriced. I think that they call it the Robin Hood effect. Basically, all the millennials basically just without looking at any other numbers, without looking at any projections, you know, you just got people that are just investing into Tesla through that Robinhood app. A lot of college kids are probably taking their book money and money that they getting back from the government. They sticking it into this into Tesla. But I mean, and because of that though, Tesla continue to kind of go up. The beauty of the swings with Tesla is has anybody, I know we talked about buying leaps, right? Has anybody ever bought a put?
No.
Okay, because Tesla is a prime. You say what, Keith?
Yeah, I bought one in Nikola before.
In Nikola?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Tesla will go up $10 or $15 a day. So let's just use this as an example. Let's look at it.
Yeah, it's down 18 today, I think.
And see, I know we talk about purchasing leaps on the cost side, but like right now, if anybody had bought a put leap at the current price that it was the day before, would have probably made, I would say, roughly about $1,900. Now check this out. The beauty of what I'm showing you right here is, when do I tell you to go buy a leap?
When they're down. Now.
So guess what we're looking at? An $18 price difference.
Yeah.
So if anybody believed in what they heard come out of my mouth, would go in here and find them something that they can afford, because guess what's going to happen with Tesla at some point? It's going to retrace that same $18. So you're going to gain that $1,800 right back. And so when you see this, it's gonna move up. Tesla may move up $24 tomorrow. So these are things, right, that you want to like. So Keith, as an example, Ford will never do this,
right?
But Tesla will. And so it's down $18. You can come in here. Matter of fact, let's just go live on it. Let me see.
Too rich for my blood. I bought 2 shares of it.
All right, so that's the 18th. Let's go down here to the 9th. So you don't have to go far, but look at where, you know, you have to be. So even if you came over here and, well, it's a down day, so you have to almost sell a call, sorry. So you wouldn't be, because it's so expensive, you wouldn't really consider this a leap because it's not out far enough. Because a leap in Tesla might cost you maybe $30,000. I'm almost. So if you wanted to come in here and you wanted to get this $18 retracement back though, it's going to cost you roughly $5,600. So if you came in and bought this leap right here, this October the 9th, like I said, it's really not considered a leap. I'm just calling it that for the sake of the conversation. But if you came in here and spent $5,600, you're probably gonna gain. This thing is gonna move another $18. You'll probably gain, I would say, $1,400, $1,500, $1,600 maybe in like a week. This may turn around tomorrow. Yeah, this may do a complete turnaround tomorrow, where you can be in and out of this trade in 24 hours. That's just how volatile Tesla is.
Mhm.
Everybody see that?
Mhm.
So Tesla is a for leaps. It's a playground, but you have to just be careful and understand when you down days, right? So this will come back. I say either it may come back tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, but you can be in and out of that trade fairly quickly. They have a lot of volume too. Like whoever playing right here at 425, it's 30,000 different contracts exchanged hands, but 4,254 remain. That's a big number. That's somebody big projecting. And you know why it's big? Because even though this may be individualized or it's institutionalized money, or novice traders like us, it's retail money. But let me just tell you what's at stake here, right? So I want to take this 4,054, and you want to multiply that by the ask price. There's $3.8 million riding on that price being above 425 on that date. That's a lot of cash.
Mhm.
And that's a big loss too. That's an $18 loss in one day. So it's gonna come back. But you can find several volatile companies like let me see, here's another one. And theirs may be even more. But
Shopify is volatile too.
Huh?
Shopify is real volatile. We move
Yes.
like $50, $60 easy a day.
Yeah, so look up here again, $14 down day. Those that got the money, they go in. This is the day that somebody will go in and buy a leap. This is the perfect day to get the leap. Like you get it right, like right before the market close, you already got your leap in place. Tomorrow, especially if you're looking at the pips and see a red pip, green pip, and another green pip at the end of the day, that's a sign of the stock going up. If you see a green pip, then a red pip, that could be the sign that the stock is going down. And I'm gonna get into a little bit of that detail next week. I'm gonna show everybody there's a pattern that I kind of found that I just want to share, and I want to run it by everybody to see if it's similar to what the gentleman has been saying. What's it, Oliver Velez? And I put in the link. I want to say this before I go. Now, when you talk about downtime, you just want to rest your head. That Black Financial Channel that I sent that link out, that guy's pretty good. He's pretty smart dude. He's easy to listen to, and he is the one that came out. Basically, he was just talking about why the Fed news is so big and why it can kind of turn the market. He kind of just gives a pretty blanket, simple explanation for that. So I would, subscribe to Dr. Boykins. He talks about a whole bunch of stuff, right? But he's just somebody I can just, put the earbuds in, get on the treadmill and listen to, type of thing where I don't really have to watch the screen because I can just listen to his voice. But I suck up all the information I can. The beauty of having you all opening up my eyes to other stuff too, right, is a blessing too. So Keith, I appreciate it, but it ain't all one-sided, man. It's a collective effort, man. We all kind of get on this call to kind of help each other, especially if you find something that's beneficial to the team. Absolutely, share it. But I gotta run. I gotta go pick up my daughter, but I just want to say, God bless, man. Y'all happy, hopefully worthless expiration Friday coming up. So hope everybody is doing good, but get yourselves reorganized. If you got to go back and listen to the questions you were asking in the first video to get yourself restructured back and kind of, get things turned around, reallocate some funds for yourself, then please do that. And as always, text me if you need me, and I'll be chatting at y'all live next week.
All right. All right. Well, thank you.
Okay.
Now take care.
All right.
Everybody take care now.
All right. Take care.
There you go.